voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy, for your boy. For your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your wah, 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 lift it up.
What's up? Happy Thursday. It's almost Friday. It's almost Friday. What's up? How y'all doing? Come on in, get the likes up on the video. Y'all know it's Mardi Gras weekend coming up. So I'm already ready to roll. You feel me? So holla at your girl. Shout out to everybody in the building. I will be doing the morning Joce tomorrow, but it will be earlier, probably about 10 o'clock Eastern. So I don't know where y'all live, but that's when I'm going to be coming on because I got to get ready to go somewhere. Okay, I got to go see a man about a dog. Okay. Anyways, come on in. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the morning Joce. I hope y'all are doing well. We got a show. Child, listen. The world be whirling on a day-to-day basis. The world just decides the world. But before I get into what we're going to talk about, y'all, first of all, if you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you are having a wonderful day. If you are returning, welcome back. I need everybody to do me a favor. Stop what you're doing. Like the video. Shout out to Replay Gang. You feel me? Love y'all down to the ground. Make sure y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about any part of the show. This is the morning Joce. We do this Monday through Friday around this time. You feel what I'm saying? And we just come on here and talk about trending topics. And then we also talk about some education. You're gonna learn something, and I implore everybody to research any and everything I say and anything you hear from anybody else. So with that being said, welcome to the morning Joce. Also, Black America, I love you the most. We already know this. It's not a secret. So I always give you advice, but I give all people advice. But specifically Black America, my most important and valuable advice I could give to you is that you need to be doing your genealogy. Genealogy is the way to get us out of this slump and this hellhole that we got going on here in America. We got the people fighting over all of these other lands and freedoms that never belong to them because they all belong to us. It is imperative while the world is in calamity, we are preparing ourselves for what we need to do so we can get our things. We are getting our land back. So please do your genealogy. That's the only way. You're not going to get it from a march or a petition. You have to do your own personal genealogy. So please, it may take some time. Find somebody in the family who's a family historian, and let's at least start it. Get it done. Talk to the elders in your family so you can start learning about people who came before you. Get names. Go down to local libraries. Do some research. Findagrave.com. All these other places. Census.gov. This is how you start your journey on your genealogy. It's not rocket science. It just takes a little while and a little effort, but I promise you, it's kind of like going on a treasure hunt. And I'm not saying everybody gonna be a millionaire at the end, but I promise you, you'll be better off than you was before you started it. So please If you don't do nothing else, Black America, do your genealogy, child. I'm gonna get on here every day and tell y'all till y'all start telling me every day, "Voo, I got my genealogy." Bloop. So, anyways, get on in here, and let's get on into the show. So today we will be discussing a few things. I saw this clip of this hairstylist. This lady, beautiful lady, had long, beautiful hair. And this hairstylist, her energy was so bad and so negative. And she was just telling the lady, "You need to cut it off." I was like, oh, God. And shout out to New York. But I was like, here we go. You feel me? But she was like, "You need to cut off all your hair because it's split at the ends." And I'm just like, girl, the lesson we're going to get from that is mind who you allow in your head and the importance of your crown, okay? Black Sky says, "Voo, today is my son's 17th birthday, Kadarius. Can you please shout him out?" Happy birthday, Kadarius. Happy 17th birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, your birthday fell on a Thursday. Yeah, you about to turn up this weekend. Happy birthday, Kadarius. And shout out to all the other Aquarius too. Happy birthday to y'all. So anyway, the point of the hairstylist bit that we're going to get into is how important it is that you know who's over your crown, because of the things that people can put into and even take from through you, or put into you or take from you through your head. So please, we'll get into that. Michael Jackson and the Epstein files. So it takes the Epstein files for us to realize that everything we were taught and told about Michael Jackson was a lie. That actually, according to the Epstein files, he was actually doing things to help the kids that were being trafficked up and through the Epstein place. Now, it would make sense that the media went as hard as they did, but you know what immediately came to my mind? All the Black celebrities who had horrible things to say about Michael Jackson on big public stages. And knowing what I know about these puppets, y'all love gods, or y'all love to be or revere as gods. One thing I know about them is they don't make their own decision. They do what they are told. So now I'm starting to wonder, Daryl and Hughley, who told you to get on the one of them big stages when you was doing one of your stand-ups and have a joke about Michael Jackson and say these things? Because you got to know this web, Oprah too. Thank you. I'm so glad you reminded me of Oprah. Oprah had a whole segment on her show to bring up victims who had already been proven to be liars. Like, it just makes me wonder about the people that we think are so great because we love whatever, you know what I'm saying, music or art they bring to us, that we don't realize that these people are part of the program. So it just made me think about all of that. We'll get into all of that. Yup, Charlotte McGay too, as well. Then we'll talk about hysterectomies and their relations to what I believe could be transhumanism. Now, I was watching the DL Whisperer, and he brought up something that I had kind of faintly thought about, but he made it make sense. I want to talk to Black women because I know a lot of us have been victims of the doctors telling us our wounds are either polluted and we need to do IVF, or they'll say our wounds are no more good or it's going to kill us and they need to take them. And I always talk to y'all about transhumanism. So I'm wondering, like the DL Whisperer said, when he put the 2 and 2 together, then I started putting 4 and 4 and then 8 and 8. I'm starting to sit up here saying that's probably what they're doing with the wounds that they're taking out of us, because there are men who are trying to have babies, and not even just men. There are other than humans who are trying to procreate. And the best way to do it, and the most efficient way to do it, would be through the wounds of the descendants or a relation to of the Henrietta Lacks. Not just any melanated woman. I need y'all to hear me out. Not just any melanated woman. The ones who are in direct relation genetically to the Henrietta Lacks. We're going to get into it. Brorilla exposed her mama. Oh, the mama was a stripper and was sleeping with people. We got to get into it. Brorilla been going live and viral for all types of stuff, but the mama bit is the one that took me by surprise. So we're going to get into that. And then I also want to touch on Dr. Claude Anderson, who spoke to us, who I didn't know. I just found out a few years ago who he was. But Dr. Claude Anderson, who has spoke to Black America about the dangers of immigration. And I'm going to tell y'all already know if you've been on my channel, I am not a fan of Martin Luther King. And every day I learn and get more discernment and more clarity and more downloads. I start to go more toward, I don't like this man. And it's not him personally because I wasn't there and I never met him. But I'm starting to see the effects of everything that he did. You know, Black America, the way that we sit around here and talk about how the immigrants could not have come to America had it not been for Black America during the Civil Rights Movement. I often wonder, did Black America collectively want that? Or was that a Mike deal? Was that a Martin Luther King deal? Because I remember the photo of them signing the documents and how happy everybody was. But I'm thinking about the climate of the people then. Why would we care if Black people, I'm talking about collectively, why would we care to flood our lands with immigrants, especially when we were being taken from? I don't know. We'll just discuss it. We'll discuss it, y'all. But get on in here. Get the likes up on the video. And shout out to everybody. We about to get right on into the show. Y'all get in here. Let's get into a couple of honorable mentions right quick. Hold on. Let me drink me some water, child. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all, I hope y'all had a wonderful night last night. It's warming up, isn't it? Is it warming up by y'all? It's in the 70s, early 70s, but it's in the 70s where I'm at. Girl, I can't wait to get off of here. I went walk this morning. I did go walk around my neighborhood. I like to get up and walk, y'all. I don't know if y'all know this, but if y'all get up and go walk or do something productive like that to get your blood flowing during the day, do you know that it could literally set the tone for your whole day? You know, just a thing that I was, thinking of. So if y'all can, when y'all get up, especially in the morning, like I say, if y'all could get up and get some walking in, that'll be probably good for y'all. Hold on one second. Let me pull. Where is this? Okay, hold on. We coming up on it. Let's start here first. Because see, y'all want to act like these people ain't who they say they is. Let's get Dagger Brad and Dagger Judy on here. Oh, yeah. Get them on here. So I don't know if y'all noticed, Dagger Brad and Dagger Judy had a baby. No problem. The problem came in for me was who they specifically chose to be the sperm donor. Now, I'm not saying that they should have chose somebody they knew or at least chose anybody who was family. What I'm saying is I believed when it all popped off that Judy and the brat specifically chose a clear sperm donor so that the child could definitely come out light-skinned and have those features that some Black people also love. Now, let me just say this. I am born and raised from New Orleans. So as Big Booty Dagger Judy, okay? We are both born and raised from there, okay? And let me just say this. As a person from New Orleans, colorism, I don't know about now. I'll say growing up was crazy. And I'm pretty sure it was like that all over America because that's how Black America went through that little phase or whatever. So the problem was when all of the colorism was going on, obviously the mentality was lighter was better, darker was not. And I believe that some of those people who grew up in those eras, I'm talking about the people who grew up in the 90s and the 2000s, some of those people still carry those ideals and ways of thinking. So when Brett and Judy came out and said that they had a white man for a baby father, or at least a sperm donor, I for not one second believe that this was just coincidence. I believe that they chose that man on purpose so that the baby could come out and look like it looks. I'm telling you, I'm from the Deep South. I'm from New Orleans, and that type of mentality is not lost in 2026. I know and knew personally people who still think like that, okay? So we're not going to act like this stuff doesn't still exist. I'm not saying that's what they did. I'm just telling you I've always believed that that's what they did on purpose. I don't believe that it was a mistake. But they are windmilling with their head down because I guess it done resurfaced because this isn't the first time they talked about it. But Brett and Judy's whole baby daddy drama had resurfaced, and they were trying to make it seem like, it was a health issue. That's not true. So according to Judy, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm going to say I don't believe it. What Judy was trying to say was the reason the sperm donor she chose specifically was that one was because of all of the health issues that all the other donors had amongst the ones that she had. She couldn't only, that was the only one out of all of them. Bull crap. I never bought that for a second, but they windmilling behind they stance and apparently saying they're getting death threats. Now, I don't know if that's really true, but we're going to get into what they said. It says the brat and her wife, Judy Dupart, and let me just say this too, Duparts, you know, that's I don't know people from New Orleans, but family names run heavy in the city. And under my research, I'm starting to realize a lot of the people that made it in my city, they come from family names. And Dupart is a family name in New Orleans. Do your research. I'm talking about one of them names where the people been on. You see what I'm saying? Coincidentally, the people generationally been on. Now, this is no shade, but it just dawned on me, if that happens in New Orleans, it's happening in your city too. Pay attention to y'all mayors and whoever else. I'm pretty positive they come from lineages of people who always been in charge. Okay. But anyway, back to what I was saying. They received death threats and were encouraged to have a miscarriage after using a white sperm donor. Girl, it says this is crazy as hell. The brat and Judy have been opening up about their relationship in their new book, The Way Love Goes. Y'all wrote a book together, I guess. They're sharing the good, bad, and ugly details. A glaring entry into the book touches on the parenthood. The couple says their moment of love and joy surrounding the birth of their son, True Legend, in 2023 was met with disrespect. Judy specifically told people that they received death threats, and people said they should miscarry after it was revealed that they used a white man as a sperm donor for IVF. Now, the couples did share why they went with a white man as well, and it seems like it was necessary just by choice, or it wasn't necessarily just by choice. It says they say only a very small amount of donor sperm made it through health screening, and only about 3% of She said only about 3% of donor sperm is from Black men. The brat also opened up about having a miscarriage prior to birthing True. She said it broke her heart, but she wasn't ready to give up. Aside from the horror backlash and complications, Judy says the brat is the best mother. Now, let me say this. From what I've seen online, the brat seems like a wonderful mother. She really does. And for y'all who don't understand the dynamic, so the baby genetically is Judy's, but not in relation genetically to Brat. So the baby got Judy in the sperm donor's genes, and Brat just carried the baby. Okay. Now I believe that this couple was placed on blast like this and showed us that this is what we could do, because just like the Nicki Minaj trying to get us to be lesbians, this is our advertisement for us to start doing IVF. And we're going to touch on that with the hysterectomies. But let me tell y'all, Black America, we cannot play God. I'm not saying don't get IVF if you absolutely need it. What I'm saying is there are a lot of Black women who are conveniently doing this stuff because they feel like they can. Do not do that. You are not God. You cannot play him. Now, do what you feel, but I'm telling you, it ain't gonna always work out in your favor. Okay? But anyways, they were placed out front for us to see a lesbian couple have a baby successfully. Okay, cool. We see it. I don't have no problem with that. Thumbs up. Have more of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But for them to make it seem like what we are witnessing isn't what we're witnessing is a problem. Judy being from New Orleans and me being from New Orleans, knowing a lot of people who have that mentality. I'm not saying for sure that she have it. It would not surprise me if she don't think like that. Also, her first daughter is my color. When people put Judy next to her daughter, you wouldn't know they were even related until you really look in their face and you realize her daughter looks like her. You don't know how deep colorism is rooted into our own, or at least embedded into our own system and way of thinking. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. Now, somebody said the child is nonverbal. Somebody put that in the chat. I ain't gonna lie, it made me feel so bad. Somebody put in the chat, y'all did all of that, went all the way out of y'all way to get a sperm donor, and they said, and the child can't even talk. And then they say, y'all need to stop trying to play God. I was like, oh my God, the internet is ruthless. I don't know if that baby is nonverbal. I don't know. I don't follow them. I don't follow them at all. But can we go conspiracy theory for a second? Put a 3 in my chat. Where are conspiracy theory people at? I want to talk to y'all right quick. Really quickly, ain't gonna take long. I just want to talk to the conspiracy. All the conspiracy theory people come to the front. Everybody else step to the side. I'm trying to have a conversation right quick. You want me to tell you what my conspiracy theory is? The baby ain't all the way human. You know what I mean? Like the sperm didn't come from a human man. Does that make sense? Because see, y'all don't understand the way that they try to put the obvious in front of us, but also sell, you see what I'm saying? What they want for to be our new norm. Does that make sense? So we already know transhumanism is a thing. It's here and it's about to be prevalent where everybody can see it. But what I'm saying is, again, I'm not saying it, and God forbid me or God forgive me if anybody take me saying anything negative about the child, because I am not. What I'm saying is my conspiracy theory brain tells me if the child has any issues, it could be because the sperm that was used to create the child didn't come from a human man, not a 100% human man. Does that make sense? It's a conspiracy theory. Don't nobody go around here saying I'm saying Brad and Judy got an AI baby. Y'all, you feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That's my conspiracy theory. Now, all right, conspiracy theory people, we done already had our conversation, child. But anyways, there goes somebody say test tube babies. Didn't they used to say that on the movie Baby's Kids? I mean, you got to keep in mind when they put it out to the public, they have to put it in our face. The way to put it in our face is to use the celebrity. I told you celebrities are not paid to do the jobs that you think they're paid to do. They are puppets, walking billboards, even walking advertisements for the powers that be. They get orders from the top to tell them what to do and say, and then they come in front of us and do and say. And then if you are unaware of that, like most of us are, we just eat it up, thinking these are their own original thoughts. We thinking these are their own original feelings and even their own original actions. When the fact of the matter is they don't even control their own lives. This is what it looks like when you sell your soul. Does that make sense? See, y'all thinking sell your soul, you sign on a dotted line and then boom, you start having spiritual issues. That too. But it even affects you in the 3D. This is what it looks like when you sell your soul. All money ain't good money. That's what the old folks used to say. Now, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no expert. I'm just a regular person. But I remember the old people used to say all money ain't good money. I mean, speaking of selling y'all soul, not y'all soul, or people selling their souls, I'm sorry. Did y'all see this video that Lil Mama posted? When I tell you, this is why I've been on here telling y'all so much. And I came on here to speak to y'all about celebrity gossip. But every day I try to beat it in y'all heads. Do not follow celebrities. Celebrities are leading their sheep to the slaughter. I'm going to say it again. Do not follow any celebrity. And I don't care if it's just a YouTuber, a streamer. Do not blindly follow these people because they are going to lead you to the slaughter, okay? This is a fact. Their soul has already been sold. Now they over here harvesting yours, okay? Here it is. Lil Mama just posted this video where she spoke about celebrities selling their soul. And we all know what happened to Lil Mama, how she got ousted in the, the Grammys, when she jumped on stage with Alicia Keys and Jay-Z, and then they completely got rid of her whole career. And look where these people at today. Let's let Lil Mama tell y'all, and she knows better than us because she's in, or at least had a foot in that industry, okay? Let me read what she says before I let her talk. She says, I understand that influence or fame will lead you to believe that celebrities have the answers. However, many celebrities are mentally challenged, yes, and are dealing with childhood trauma. We are all human. I urge you to keep God first and seek wise counsel. We are in scary times. Ladies and gentlemen, please make it a standard for people to respect you. She says, I don't care who they are or how much money they have. And I need y'all to understand too, because a lot of people don't understand that they sacrificing themselves when they throw themselves at the mercy of these people. Okay? I'm about to let her get it in, but I'm about to tell you now. They already signed they debt wish on the dotted line. Their jobs now are to get as many devils, evil souls to come with them. If you fall in that trap, you're going down with them. Don't sell your soul for what you see or think to be amazing. Because let's just use, for example, Brat and Judy's situation. If the baby has any delayed issues, they can have all the money in the world and throw all the parties and have all of the best Christmas decorations in the world. But no money will be able to fix that. Does that make sense? Let's get into Lil Mama and her message.
I'm going to get straight into it. Mental illness is at an all-time high, and people are selling their souls for dirt cheap. I want you to know that there is nothing more precious than you. Allow God to use you. Be true to yourself. Be yourself. There is nothing or no one that is worth trading in your morals or your principle for. There is no amount of money. There is no Birkin. There is no Kelly. There is no experience worth your soul. I'm urging every young woman to respect yourself. Respect yourself. Same way I would tell my sisters, I'm going to tell you. You better be mindful of what's going on in this world. Mental illness is at an all-time high, and people are selling their souls for dirt cheap. Don't let it be you.
And let me say this as well, too. You got to keep in mind, when you peel back the layer, and you don't have to peel far, one layer on celebrities, you'll see that all of them have horrible, unresolved childhood trauma. You see, Hollywood specifically chooses these people on purpose. They want the most damaged, the most unkept, unloved people they can find to get in this industry. Why? It's easier for them to sell their souls and to lead other people down to slaughter because they think love and affection and respect comes from money. So all of these people that y'all love and adore for whatever talent, how great it is, are a bunch of unhealed children who are great at whatever craft they have. And because you just only see the representative, which we spoke about on this channel many times before, the representative is who you see when you see them on the pictures, on the movies, and in the interviews. Because you only get the representative, your mind is warped to just the representative when that's not the true person. These are unhealed kids. I love Finesse down, but look at Finesse on Instagram crying day after day. Unhealed childhood trauma. Most of us are walking around day after day with unhealed childhood trauma. And these celebrities, they put them on these high pedestals, y'all. They make them all light and bright and shiny and make them so attractive to you. And you just fall in love with them, not knowing that they just a big dark source to suck whatever energy you have and give it to a higher power. We are under very heavy spiritual warfare. That's why I get on here and tell y'all ground, meditate, pray, because it's something way dark and more sinister happening than you can see with these two eyes. That you will never be able to see with these two eyes. It's young people, even myself, who every day wake up praying. I wasn't praying like this my whole life. Every day. Nigga, like every day, God coming out my mouth and out my spirit, like this ain't, I never thought this would have been me. But here I am, and it's not just me. As I look around, people who my age, younger than me, everybody, people waking up to what's really going on because everybody is stopped and taking in a second to not just look through these eyes and listen to the voice inside that's going to lead them to the best. You see what I'm saying? The best possible outcome. But I'm saying all that to say, y'all, people waking up. And when you notice people waking up, you notice they're going straight to God, to the Most High, or to the source. It don't matter who they believe in. Whenever they wake up, they're going straight to source. Whatever they believe that to be. You see what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, that's not on purpose. I mean, that's not on a mistake. That's not a coincidence. That's the Most High, the ancestors in the universe working in tandem to get this shit together. Do y'all understand what I'm trying to say to you? That's all three working together in tandem to make sure his people, those with eyes to see, those with ears to hear, are catching what he's throwing out there. Everybody ain't gonna wake up, but for those who do, trust and believe. The eye opening is ridiculous. So with that being said, though, seriously, even if you just on here getting the knowledge on YouTube, talk to people, because y'all be surprised how many people you'll talk to think kind of like you, or at least agree with what you're doing or what you think. So I would just advise that we do that, because you'll be surprised the conversation that could spark with just an awakening. But nah, she's absolutely right. Untether yourself from these celebrities. They are demons. They are sources of darkness. Get away from them. Listen to nothing they say. Everything they say is going to lead you to slaughter and to hell. Get away from them. I'm telling you. That's powerful. God's anointed daughter. God's anointed daughter says, he said in his word, my sheep shall know my voice and listen. Come on, man. We on here every day. We on here every day decoding. Come on, man. We waking up every day. Yep. But anyways, let's move on. I just needed to get that out though, y'all. For real, for real. All jokes, man. This spiritual warfare happening, man. That's why I get on here trying to wake people up as much as I can with my platform. Because, man, it's crazy in these streets. But speaking of being crazy in these streets, nah, I ain't going to do her today. I'll do her later on if I get a chance. All right, now let's move on, y'all. I want to get into, let me share some engine joy for y'all. Hold on. Let me get y'all some engine joy. Y'all know what season it is. These are the masking Indians. People now call them Mardi Gras Indians, but they're not. They're just trying to combine it so we won't know who we are. But these are indigenous practices and customs and courtesies in New Orleans. I can't wait to get home tomorrow. If y'all ever pay close attention to their outfits, and I hate to call them outfits, but to their garb, I'll call it, it tells a story about history, the whole thing. If y'all ever see a masking Indian and take a still shot and zoom in on the pictures, you'll see literal history, Louisiana history between the Indians and the foreigners. And I'm telling you, y'all, it literally, like you could look at a picture and get the whole story in audio. So whenever y'all see these Indians, admire the colors, but pay attention to the stories that the outfits tell. I'm telling you, the colors gonna draw you in. But once the colors get you in, you get to go and look into these outfits and you start saying, oh shit, that's the Louisiana Purchase. Oh, that's DeSoto when he came. And then you'll see stuff in their uniforms that you ain't never seen in your book. And then you go to the Indian and you be like, wait, what's that? And he be like, oh yeah, that's tradition. We've been hearing this for eons and eons, so-and-so. You know what I mean? So just pay attention. Them colors gonna bring you in, but that knowledge and that wisdom is deep in there. Now let's move on let's move on, you guys. Get the likes up on the video. Now, I want to get into let's get into this hysterectomy situation with these transhumans, because I think that's important. Black women, we are under attack. We are targeted. Our wounds are being targeted. Our fertility has been targeted because, number one, we are the mothers of the world. I tell people all the time, the reason they use Henrietta Lacks's genes was not because she just was a black woman. It was because she was the black woman. I'm talking about the mother of all of the world. Okay. Now, I know when we grew up, they told us that it was some woman. Nope. It was a monkey in Africa. That's what they said. An ape named Lucy. The story, even as a little bitty girl, sounded insanitary. I was like, what? How the hell we go from having all this hair all over us, hunched over like a monkey, like a primitive being, to now we all, as a kid, it didn't make no sense. But either way, I did what I needed to do to pass the test. So we have been told that we come from a monkey named Lucy because they don't want us, Black America. The biggest agenda is for us not to know who we are. This is why I tell y'all every day, identity is the first key to freedom. They used Henrietta Lacks and put it out there because they had to, but she wasn't the first and she wasn't the last. And our wounds, our reproductive areas have been targeted. We've been the biggest ones with cancer. The fibroids have been through the roof. You feel what I'm saying? All types of stuff. And then when we do have healthy women, they're being bombarded with C-sections during the deliveries, or they're being told that they got to hurry up and do a what do you say? Oh, they need to do IVF to get pregnant. Most of these women aren't even trying to conceive on their own long enough to do it. They just feeling like they pressured that that's the only way that it's going to be done. And because celebrities are doing it, i.e. reality TV people, like we just talked about, but because celebrities are doing it, people think that it's the cool thing to do. But what I'm trying to get you guys to understand, because I've been saying this about abortions, I said when Black American women get abortions, I believe that those babies that they're sucking out of you are not dead. I also know that they are eating these babies. They're doing horrible rituals with these babies. They're doing all type of heinous you know the last letter practices with these babies. They actually breed babies for this, but the ones that they love the most are Black Americans, because your genetics, your DNA is something more special than anybody's on this earth. I'm not saying nobody else ain't special. I'm just telling you it's something extraordinary about you, Black woman. This is why the target has been so good and so horrible on you recently, okay? So I've always said that when they give Black women abortions, mind you, they had Megan Thee Stallion twerking, telling y'all that this is body positivity and this is women's rights. But what they not telling you is Megan, as a shepherd, is being paid to lead her sheep to slaughter, which is make you think that birth control or a form of birth control is abortion, so that the powers that be can continue these rituals. Okay. And I kept telling women, and I'm not judging nobody for having no abortion. We've all had our issues. I'm just saying, now that we're awakened and we're conscious, we have to be conscious of these things, because these are the very evil things that are happening behind the scenes. And I don't want nobody to tell me that it's not true or it's a conspiracy theory that they not eating our babies for abortions, because the Epstein files just showed y'all they literally eating babies. Literally. The Epstein files was just released and literally put in big black and white bold print, these crackers eating babies. So don't tell me that when I say they was spooning us into the abortion line to get our fetuses so that they can get our babies, don't tell me that saying that they're going to eat the babies is far-fetched, because the clear man, the cracker, the white boy in the black suit just told you that's what they out there doing and been doing. Okay, now with that being said, move over to transhumanism. I've spoke to y'all about transhumanism before, and I also told y'all that that's the next agenda that they wanted to push on us through the trans agenda, right? Most people thought it was homophobic to say it, but it wasn't. It was just the truth. So now here we are with transhumanism coming up real heavy in conversations. And I was watching the DL Whisperer, and he put this video up about trans people now celebrating something. And this is the worst part. Let me not say trans people, because it's not trans people. And God bless my Black American trans people, my Black American trans women, and my Black American trans men. Y'all just don't even know. For the ones who falling for this okie doke, and for the LGBT ones, y'all that's falling for this okie doke, my heart goes out to you, because you don't even see the shipwreck coming. You have no idea what you giving your energy and your power to, because none of this is going to be to your benefit. None of this. So let me clear up who I'm speaking to. White trans men, women, whatever, white people, the people in charge. They over there celebrating the fact that they are this close to putting wounds in men. You think it's going to be to the regular TS nigga that you know up the street? Hell no. It's going to be for the elites, for the ones with the most money, the most prominent, the most respect, and then for the ones they want to do scientific research on. So let's get into this, y'all, because this is something that we need to discuss. Hysterectomies is another thing I've been hearing a lot of women say. They're going to doctors, getting these scans and all this stuff, and these doctors is coming back and telling everybody that they can't have no more babies. Take your uterus out, take your wounds out. Young women, young 20s, 30s, 40s, whole walking around with no wound. And let me tell y'all something, Black women, and I hope to not scare nobody, and I hope to not make nobody feel nothing, but I'm a lie. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That's a huge major connector to the Most High, your womb. Black women, I don't care where you're from on the earth. If you're a melanated woman, your womb is a major connector to source. So it would make sense that they have an agenda to take your womb, not only just to take it, but to use it for themselves, okay? I need y'all to understand this. Okay, now let's get into the DL Whisperer, y'all. Like the video.
Can trans women get pregnant? No, sadly not, because we don't have a uterus. Future, it might be possible. You see, there's this new thing called a uterus transplant.
So I had to come spin the block because this topic right here, I just had an epiphany. I was asking one of my friends, I'm like, why are they always recommending Black women to have a hysterectomy? Like, not saying that Black women aren't being impacted more.
I don't mean to cut him off, but not just they don't only recommend a hysterectomy. You know what else they kill us with? C-sections, because they did it to me. C-section, 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 C-section. And I told y'all I think they going in there messing with our stuff too.
And that's why they're having more hysterectomies. But I'm like, I know so many Black women, young. It seemed like the age is getting younger and younger, and they want them to have like hysterectomies. Then I'm just like, if a woman has a hysterectomy, what do they do with those body parts? Now I'm starting to think this is why they're pushing so many Black women to get hysterectomies instead of just looking and helping them with the actual issues that they have. And now I'm pissed because I'm like, is this true? Like, am I on the money? Like, because they're talking about a uterus transplant. You have to take that from a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Can trans women get pregnant? No, sadly not, because we don't have a uterus. Future, it might be possible. You see, there's this new thing called a uterus transplant.
And the biggest part about this is, in order to do a uterus transplant, you have to take it from a woman. I need y'all to help me out right quick. In order to do a uterus transplant, you have to remove one from a woman in order to put it into a man. First and foremost, who are the women that you are getting these uteruses from? Where you getting the uterus from, bruh? Secondly, the uteruses that you're getting, what group of women are you choosing to get these from? Because this is what we know to be a fact. Clear women do not reproduce at the rates that Black women do. I don't care what part of the world you're living in. If you are melanated, you know that you reproduce 10 times more than clear women. No shade to the clear women. If you're in the chat, hey girl, I'm just using you as an example. We're going to tell the truth over here though. clear women do not reproduce at the rate that black women do. So if you are a man or a person who want to do a successful uterus transplant, would you go to the white woman or would you go to the woman who's fruitful and can multiply? Does that make sense? Nah. Most people might say it's a conspiracy theory. If you still believing that there are things called conspiracy theories in 2026 and you really believe that those things should be ignored, then I'm sorry, baby. You probably on the wrong channel because most of the stuff I say go over your head anyway. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you right now, I watched them advertise abortions to us like it was nothing. I watch every woman, not every woman, but most women or a lot of women I've come across, I ain't going to say most. A lot of women that I have come into contact in the last 5 years who are my age and younger have had issues where they either don't have a wound or they've had things where they've had to surgically have been done to their wounds. And this is not normal by no stretch of the means. I told y'all they use our body like the game Operation, the Operation game. Y'all remember who grew up in the 90s? There was this game called Operation where it was a man and you try to pick out the body parts from the man. As long as you don't hit the little sides, they go, eh. As long as you don't hit the sides, you good. We had this. Black American people, especially Black American women, you are that board game. You are that game. You are the guinea pig. That's why they keep telling you, you got to get rid of this. You got to get rid of that. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to the beautiful, beautiful Shavi Zane. I follow her. I subscribe to her channel on YouTube. She's a tarot reader, but she does some other stuff too. I want to show y'all this video. I was watching her video and I saw this snippet from her video. And when I tell you, it was like a dawn on me. So she spoke about, where's she at? She spoke about communion. Y'all, we all came from the church. Most of us are out of the church. We still believe in God. We still believe in, all of that stuff. It's just that most of us don't subscribe to the church, or at least a lot of us. But for those of us who even don't, we all came up under the whole communion and all that stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, one thing I noticed growing up, I always thought it was weird that communion had us eat the body and drink the blood. That never sat right with me. And we done all ate the crackers and drank the grapefruit juice, so ain't nobody pointing no fingers. But as a kid, it always made me be like, man, what in the hell? Why would you want to eat Jesus' body and drink his blood, right? So Shavi Zane does this video on YouTube, and she connected it so clear for me. She was saying that when Black Americans do the ritual in church, which is the communion ritual, the eating of the body and drinking of the blood, it signals to the universe and to the people out there doing the evil stuff that it is okay that the ones behind the scenes are doing the horrible, disgusting things that they do to us as well. So for instance, like the transhumanism thing, when they out here attacking our wounds and stuff, that's because every yin has a yang. What she's saying is the communion is directly connected to them eating babies on the other side. Now we got to find out what's connected to these hysterectomies and things. But let's get into it, y'all. Y'all like the video.
Went to church. And I say we because I also partook in this. When we went to church and performed communion every first Sunday and drank the blood, whether you drank grape juice or wine, and ate of the flesh, when you ate the little piece of bread or the wafer, you were participating in human sacrifice, cannibalistic rituals. And by doing this openly and not when they had you say, I drank of the blood, I eat of the flesh, and we did those rituals, we were also saying that we support those types of rituals. We were putting out into the universe that these types of rituals were in fact righteous. They were in fact holy. They were in fact the very thing needed to connect you to the source, right? What they call God, what they call Jesus. You gave your consent every time you performed that particular ritual. So when these wicked beings behind the scenes was doing the same ritual, but using real flesh, real blood, they looked to you and said, but the majority are okay with even the idea of it. Because you didn't just eat a piece of bread and say, well, I am breaking bread. You didn't just drink that wine and say, well, I am drinking wine in commemoration. No, you ate the bread mimicking the idea of flesh, a human body, which was supposed to be the human body of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You drank the blood, which was supposed to represent the human blood of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You wore the cross, which would be representation of the very tool that was used in order to hang his dying, bloody body. Many people have participated in these rituals unknowingly, and this was the major component that helped to offset the karma of the powers that were, the wicked evildoers behind the scenes who have been doing this for far too long. When
I tell you, she got a whole video. Her name is Shavi Zane 777. Follow her on YouTube. CHAVIIZHANE. She does tarot, but she does like these type of videos too. When I tell you, it connected every single dot, because as a kid, I never understood it. Even if somebody say, oh, we doing this in remembrance of Jesus. Why would Jesus want us to drink his blood and eat his flesh? I need us to put our regular common sense thinking caps on. Why would Jesus want us to eat his flesh and drink his blood? Jesus did not partake in those rituals when he roamed the earth. There's no text or anything that said the Most High partook in those rituals. So why would that be a thing for us to do? And it ain't just Catholic church. I came up in the Baptist church too. And even in the Baptist church, we got communion. It was crackers and grape juice. Don't act crazy, y'all. Don't act crazy. Even at the Baptist church, we done all sat up there and had that juice, because that grape juice was fire. And don't get me just talking about they clone Tyrone. They told you what they was putting in the juice. So black people get to acting crazy. Don't be acting crazy. But no, for real. All jokes aside, black women, protect your wounds, protect your spirituality, because we in a spiritual warfare, and we got to be mindful. Even if we were doing rituals before, when you awaken, you get the opportunity to have a do-over. Don't beat yourself up about learning about things that you partook in, because I am too one of those people as a kid who partook in communion. We all have at some point, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, no matter what it is you come into your awakening about, don't beat yourself up about it if you partook in it because you were asleep. You did not know. Just understand what you got going on and move accordingly. Now let's move on. Let's move on. Now, I want to get into the hairstylist. Let's get into this hairstylist. Oh my God, black women, I don't care if they're American. I don't care if they're foreign. I don't give a damn where they from. Please be mindful of who you allow in your head. So there was this girl on YouTube, she was on TikTok. Now they say that she has since privated her video. This girl on TikTok, I guess she's a stylist. She was doing this girl's hair. This girl, I guess, went to the stylist and hadn't had her hair, cut in about 15 years. So the hairstylist was telling the girl that she need to just go bald damn near and cut all of her hair off. And the girl was like, well, wait a minute. You mean you can't cut just a little bit less to give me some hang time? And she was like, nope. All this hair is all messed up and you can't do nothing with this hair. You need to cut it all the way off. It ain't no more good. And she was just so adamant about it. And the poor girl was damn near in tears trying to save all of the hair that she had grown. Now, let me just say this, Black America, especially Black American women. We have been disconnected from our crowns, me included. I'm wearing a wig. But under this wig, I am curating and growing my hair perfectly. You know what I'm saying? So that I cannot have to deal with these no more. So just bear with me. But the point I'm making is this: because we have been disconnected from our hair, we don't know how important it is for us that we take care of it. And because of that, we've been stuck on the lace fronts. We've been stuck on the wigs and the weaves, myself included, the braids and all this stuff. And it has tore our hair up. Now, if you are one of these women who are able to grow your hair and get it to where it looks good, it feels good, it's thick, it's healthy, that's your pride and glory. That's your crown. You know what I'm saying? A lot of wisdom comes through your hair. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be mindful that anybody who sits over top of your head, that's why back in the day, you got your hair done by your mom or somebody in your family. That way it was covered, that nobody will be able to put witchcraft through your head, because you do know that is an entryway, your crown. So if anybody want to do spells on you or put any type of juju on you, if they've been in your head, they can do it through there. Plus, obviously, cutting hair and things of that nature. But I'm saying all that to say, no matter who people are, be mindful of their energy before they get in your head. Because first of all, that energy that this lady have, the stylist, could rub completely off on this girl, and she won't even know why it's showing up in her life. You see what I'm saying? Her energy off the cuff, I would have never sat in her chair. She's loud. She's combative. She's not easy to talk to. She doesn't care what the client wants. She could care less about what the client wants. It's, I'm the professional. I'm the expert. You don't know nothing. Shut up and just listen to me. This is the girl. And for that girl better than me, because I wouldn't have sat down in the chair. Because, bitch, what you're not going to do is tell me, if I tell you only cut this much, then, bitch, only cut this much. You don't get to tell me, no, I don't like it that long. Let me cut all the way up here so you can be bald head like me. Then on top of that, the bitch was bald head. Let's get into this story, y'all. So it says a hairstylist received backlash after harsh remarks to her client about the condition of her hair, advises her to cut it off and start over. In 24 years of doing hair, this is a quote. She says, in 24 years of doing hair, this is the worst I've ever seen. I'm watching a movie right through it. It's dead. This lady had nasty, vile, disgusting energy, and she was jealous and envious that this lady hair was able to grow out like this. That's my opinion. And that's why she wanted the lady to cut all her hair off. Let's get into it.
I've been doing hair since I'm 14. So in the 24 something years of doing hair, this is the worst I've ever seen.
Really?
Yes. Because let me tell you why it's the worst. It's the worst because, number one, you haven't had a haircut in over 15 years. Mm-hmm. And number two, you put box color on top of it. Mm-hmm. So how long have you been box coloring the hair?
8 years ago.
Okay. So you see all of this here? Mm-hmm. You see all of this here? All of this you can see through here? That's all got to go. That as women of color, we hold on to length, and you don't realize you're holding on to the length, but it's not healthy. So you're holding on to dead length.
Right.
So now what's happening is, like, if I could see without really like flat ironing your hair, you would need to cut this off, this much off.
I would have fought that hoe. Bitch, are you dumb? Look how much of the hair she want to cut off the girl. Look. Girl, wait. That girl got better patience than me. First, right, her tone is already off. But look at how much of the girl hair she want to cut off. But look, she gonna make it. She gonna say more than that. Look.
This all dead, baby. I'm watching a movie. I've been doing hair since I'm 4. This much off. This all dead, baby. I'm watching a movie right through it. It's dead.
Can we see like?
It's not about what we could do. It's if I could get it straight enough to cut it. This is how bad it is. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. If I could get you silky enough or straight, just not even silky, straight enough for me to cut it. Mm-hmm. If I could get it straight enough for me to cut it, then we could sit and look and have that discussion.
Right.
But I can't if you like it's gonna take me even longer. And had you not did the box color, this probably wouldn't be as bad.
Right.
But the synthetic chemical that's in the box color has this like this on top of the 15 years of not getting a haircut. Mm-hmm. You know better, you do better. Mm-hmm. So we get it. I understand. That's why I asked you, are you attached to length? Because if you're attached to length,
I said both.
Yeah, you did. You honestly said both. But what I'm telling you, usually when people honestly say both, when they see how damaged their hair is, when they see how damaged it is, they get this much off. You're right. because it looks
There
bad.
you are. So you said here, I'm saying here. Like,
But you just asked me for my professional opinion. I gave it to you.
yeah.
Okay, there's the answer.
And then like the next 2 times.
No. There's no next 2 times. You lucky I didn't pull out my clippers. That's how bad this is. You're not. I don't think you're understanding that. You're lucky I didn't pull out my clippers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm.
Girl, no fucking way. She need her ass whooped. Girl, her tone, her demeanor, how she getting frustrated as if she's the only one that knows best. And girl, you know what's crazy? She posted the video thinking she was going to get the opposite reaction. But God said high and look low. Do you hear me? She want the girl bald head. That's why she said, you lucky I don't pull out my clippers. Why? So she could be bald head and her hair could be fried like yours? Girl, be careful of the people you let in your head.
I'm saying, because that's how bad this is. Your hair, it is you doing this and doing this is not going to make it go away. It's not going to make it get any easier. It's dead hair. Mm-hmm. So let me just tell you something. If you put oil or you put grease on a dead person, does it bring them back to life? No. So if you put oil and grease on this, it's not going to resuscitate this hair. Mm-hmm. You got to cut it off. You got to bury the dead person. It's the same thing. Okay. You got to get rid of it. But if you're going to hold on to if you're attached to it, if you attach to the boys, we're going to cut that dead stuff off. I don't hold on to things that don't serve me. So.
And I understand.
And that was a red flag because you don't hold on to things that don't serve you. What does that have to do about my hair? I don't hold on to things that don't serve me. What does that have to do with my hair? You see that projection there? She's jealous. She probably wishes her hair could grow this long. And seeing it irks, it bothers her demons. And the lady in the chat seems like she's a beautiful person. So her light is probably irritating the demons inside of her. That's why she on here saying, you're lucky I don't cut it all off. A bald head blind bitch. Yay.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying, can we cut just a
You already asked that. I answered.
So no.
You already asked that. Yeah.
Come on,
my client's hair is the healthiest hair because they do what? They listen.
Okay.
If you don't listen, the hair is not. It's not going to work. I have a relationship with my clients and their hair has a relationship with me. But if you think you're going to keep combing that section and it's going to magically get all the way to the end, baby, sweetie, you could watch a drive-through movie through the ends of that. You want my professional? You plait it. Go to the barber on a Tuesday. Let them cut it all off.
No. Do you see that? She told her plait it. Go to the barber on Tuesday and let them cut it all off. That is hate, envy, and jealousy. That is dark, demonic, demon, devil energy. Do not ever let a person like that in your vicinity. That type of person will disturb your energy, girl. Like, yeah, this lady here.
Okay.
Right, so let's get the cutting.
But you straighten it. I can't get it past that. That's what I'm trying to tell you because you're oohing and ahhing, and I can't get. And you're like, but you're not
about that. Just do it.
No, but as a stylist, I do.
Okay.
We gonna cut that dead stuff.
She don't even want to straighten. The girl said, "Can you just straighten it?" She said, "I can't get it past that." Girl, what?
I do. I don't hurt people. I don't create hair trauma. I told you it feels better, but I will say this and I will keep saying it. Black women's hair should not be this difficult. It is like dealing with a toddler watching it's kind of like if you ever see a bad kid and the parent is like, oh, Billy. It's like, no, you are pacifying the bad behavior. Cut it off and let's start all over again. We should not have to, black people should not have to, we don't need to detangle our hair. As long as it's taken care of, it's treated and it's fine.
Did she say black people shouldn't have to detangle their hair? She should never do anybody's hair, another person's hair a day in her life. I'm pretty positive her clients' hair could have been much better if they go get another stylist. And their lives probably be in shambles just because they sit in her chair. I swear, this is how energy is transferred through your head. Just because she negative and nasty like that, even her sitting over your head, her energy can transfer into you. And you don't even realize how things just start going left in your life, why this is. There go. I'm telling you, this is how crazy it is.
Want to know what? I had 250 clients and I don't got this problem. Won't got this problem. Because the damage is in multiple parts.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
What I've told you is we're going to plat it in a section, and you're going to have to make a decision of a big chop. I'm not taking any money from you or anything. You need to make a decision of a big chop. Your hair is damaged in so many different spots. That is a titanium Class A flat iron. It ain't going through that, baby.
So big chop is like how?
I do. I don't hurt people. I don't.
It's like how short?
Cut off. Start all over again.
No.
It is winter time. By summer, you'll have some good length.
You said by the
clipper.
Like
cut.
Your hair?
Wouldn't say it's low, but clipper. You could at least take and have a mini fro. Yes. Your damage is in so many different parts. If you cut one side one way, would you gonna neglect the other side?
No, I hear you.
Yes, because as we're keeping going,
right,
this is one side. You have a whole head. You gotta go ahead, a whole head, sugar.
From what I hear, I didn't follow up on it, but from what I hear, the girl did not get the haircut. That's what I heard. But baby, black women, let me tell y'all something. I don't give a damn where you black at. Be careful who you allow in your head. She was not here to help this girl in no capacity. She saw that girl hair was long and thick and the demon just oozed from her skin. Okay? Listen to me and listen to me good, because this is very imperative. Not even just women, men. Because black men, y'all grow y'all hair long too. And y'all be don't let anybody put them braids and them twists in your head. Be mindful of the people you allow over your crown. That negative, nasty, demonic energy will rub off on you, and you will have no knowledge as to why your life is in shambles. Be mindful of that. And plus, understand that jealousy and that envious trait, because she's got it. A bald head bitch could never tell me cut all my hair off. Said what I said. I don't give a damn if the bitch been doing hair for eons. A bald head bitch could never tell me cut my hair off. Bitch, just off the cuff of you being bald head, bitch, I feel like you hating. No, bitch, I don't care if you could watch a football game but through my shit. If you're bald head and you tell me to cut it off, bitch, gon' keep it. What's up? I don't give a damn if it's this thin, bitch, gon' keep all 8 strands. What's up? Bitch, you not gonna tell me to cut it off. No, not a bitch with a head like yours. Girl, please. Now let's move on. Girl, that just drove me up the hill. I ain't like that. Now let's get into Michael Jackson, y'all. No, really quickly. Let's catch Brorilla mama. Girl, now Brorilla been live getting into it with Boosie and everybody else. Hell, she got into it with Boosie La Girl. And guess which one of Boosie La Girl she got it into it with, y'all? Y'all will never guess. Let me get her on here. I don't even know what the back and forth was about. I don't care. I just saw the little girl and I said to myself, oh, I got to get her on the show. Let me get her on here. Where she at? Here she go. Guess which one of Boosie daughters he got into it with, y'all? This one right here. Hold on. So Brorilla getting into it with everybody and their mama on the internet, and he just so happened to get into it with my little friend who be telling y'all this.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was swear, but I told y'all niggas.
She grown now. That's the one Brorilla got into it with. Let me bring her back.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was swear, but I told y'all niggas.
Yay! When I saw Brorilla got into it with her, I said, oh no, Brorilla, bitch, you done went too far. What done happened? What happened? Not her, not her. Don't play with her. You see what I'm saying? Because that's my little niece at this point. So when I saw Brorilla got into it with her, I felt some type of way like, bitch, I don't know what happened, but tread light, your box head Chevy, bitch. You see what I'm saying? So anyways, I don't know what Brorilla done told the girl. Look at the girl now. She grown, y'all, and she still don't speak to her daddy. Oh, she was so happy when he was coming home. She was so happy. You know what? That video I just showed y'all, that was when he was coming home. Look.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
She was so happy. And they say her and Boosie ain't been seeing eye to eye ever since she told us niggas. That's crazy work, man. Get the likes on the video. And Brorilla, leave my Lanice alone, bitch. Don't play with her.
You know, no, I don't with him.
Please stop. She wants you to react.
No. I don't with him. No, hold on. I don't with him. That's the point. Like, y'all be tripping. I'll be trying to, like, fake that or throw that in my face. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know if a nigga trying to talk to me or not. It's a me thing. At the end of the day, that shit dead and over with. Ain't no getting back cool. They go for friend, lover, family. I don't give a once anything we got going on hit the net, it's dead and over with. You nothing to me. And I've been doing wonderful.
No, I don't know.
Like, I've been doing wonderful. We just got into 2026, but I'm 18 in 2025. I'm in school.
Right.
Like, I got shit going on for myself. My credit's going to 700. Like, what we talking about right now? Bitch, I'm on my shit. Is you on yours? I gave all the chances I could. Once you turn to a certain age and you see shit for what it is, like, it ain't no turning back type shit. It just be on some shit like, it's plain in your face. But I see why he don't you know.
And you know one thing about my girl, she been cussing since she was a baby. Bitch, don't play with her. She been cussing since she come out the womb. Do you hear me? So when she get the cussing, it's coming from the soul. This little girl came in the world cussing. I'm pretty positive one of her first words was a cuss word. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, I don't know what Brorilla told her. Let me go to the next slide.
If you keep on trying to man, all you gonna do is hurt yourself. And I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. I'm on from that. I don't know. But I don't know what the oh, she thugging. No, I'm educated.
Nah.
Exactly, because they don't know you. Thank you. Like, y'all don't know me from a piece of paint. Y'all be trying to judge me out one situation, which I don't give a
It's the internet, bro.
I don't give a because a year from now, a bitch about to be making way more than y'all on some real shit. I can't wake up dog shit on everybody who thought, oh, just because she ain't had this, oh, just because she ain't got that, she just gonna be assed out. Who? How? Y'all know who Rachi is? Rachel, my mama, she gets shit done. For real. That ass. She makes sure I'm straight. That's the one who got my credit score good like that. Like, for thank you. I'm living in Paris right now.
I know I got my baby credit score over 700. Bloop. I made sure of that when she graduated college. But no, listen, I don't know what Brorilla told my little cousin, my little niece, but please tell him leave my little niece alone, please. Because she been coming out the womb. And guess what? When she said I'm about to be richer than y'all, all y'all, I believe her. Go ahead on, niece. Get your money, niece. One more time for the hoes in the bike. See when she get her money and all them hating assholes was saying she mad because Boosie don't rock with her, this gonna be her.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
See, y'all gotta be careful. Be mindful. Y'all don't know who y'all dealing with. Everybody think that girl ain't got it. Watch when that girl pull back up on the scene. Yeah, watch when that girl pull back up on the scene. And look at Brorilla. Now, I don't know why they was beefing. I don't really care. But look, Brorilla done went off on the mama. Tell me why the mama was a stripper. Girl, not only did she say the mama was a stripper, was sleeping with a man up the street and couldn't feed him. Then she said the daddy is a hoe. He's 79 and got a baby that's 8. Bitch, what? Girl, listen. Brorilla must have said F the mama, the grandma, the daddy, and everybody else because she felt played that they all came out on Glorilla's side. It's been alleged that Glorilla paid them to say the things that they said, and Brorilla ain't having it. She spilled all the tea. Let's get into it.
You ain't finna hush me. You ain't finna beat me because you ain't feeding me, and I'm a diabetic. You not finna do that. Fuck, like I said, 2 idiots had kids, and this the results of them. Sometimes I be like, why God? Why God? Why y'all sitting up fucking all motherfucking day and y'all know y'all can't take care of us? Let's talk about that.
Wait, that bitch said, that's what happened when 2 idiots have kids. And this the result of it. What? That was almost as funny as the village being retarded. Girl, what is you saying? How could you dissing your mama and diss yourself in the whole time? That's what happened. 2 idiots have kids. And this the result. Now, Brorilla, you got to stop with all of that. You got to tread light on the insults. Your own self catching the stray. Okay? Brorilla. And then on top of that, girl, she said they knew they ain't have no money, but they sitting up there fucking all day long having 10 kids. But she got a point.
Y'all want to come for me? I've always been the outspoken child. I don't take no shit. The other ones, bro, I got 2 siblings. She want to I ain't fucking them no bitch. You got money and you want fucking with us. You got too many siblings. Like, goddamn. Y'all folks is making mine my sugar low. You have some drink there. I need to see to the stove. You know, it ain't a problem. I need to see to the stove. You need her motherfucking ass whoop. Boy, you need your ass whoop for not accomplishing shit but a retirement and you still broke.
Talking about a daddy.
Yeah, you got a mother, you 76 with an 8-year-old bitch.
Not the daddy 70. She said you got a 30-year retirement with nothing to show for it. Then he's 76 years old with an 8-year-old. Now that's deep.
You sad. Bitch, your motherfucking baby mama is younger than me.
His baby mama younger than her? Oh, I said that. I said something about Glow getting the mama and the daddy on the phone. I said, it would make sense for them to take the side of the kid who have the money. But wait a minute, regardless if we feel about Brorilla or no, regardless if we feel like Brorilla going fall, hey man, this explains a lot. A whole lot. Cause what? How old Brorilla? Oh my Lord, the daddy out here with them churn. Oh, and not kids, but oh my God.
Sick ass. My ass a popping ass motherfucker. Y'all stop coming for me. Cause y'all know how I get, y'all know how I am. Yeah, he invited me to that motherfucking tired ass. Nigga, you retired from the post office working 30 years and they got shit to show for it. Not a Rolex or a third. The wish always have shit. How the fuck you working at the post office and we struggling? Fuck, it just goes to show how much of a tricky he is. He just wants some pussy. Y'all gonna get on like, bro.
I did wonder how he was working at the post office, but then I was like, he did have 10 kids. But then I was saying, wait a minute, what did he do at the post office? Was he the janitor? He couldn't have been no mail carrier for 30 years because I know 10 kids would still be a lot to stretch. But unless he had a habit, something in the milk ain't clean and the math ain't math. And they said the daddy was tricking. Probably he liked them young girls sound like it.
Who escaped Lakeside? Who escaped Lakeside? Bitch, you got the wrong sister. That hoe said this hoe, bro. You ain't finna hush me. You ain't finna beat me because you ain't feeding me. And I'm a diabetic.
Hey, man, I believe what she said about the mama and daddy. I ain't gonna lie. I've never doubted the things she said about her upbringing. I doubt some other stuff, but not the stuff about the upbringing. It's too detailed. It just sounds right. They come from a jacked up family, bro. A jacked up family. The daddy in his 70s still messing with young girls. I'm surprised he could still get it up. Like, ooh, Brorilla ain't playing. She's now beefing with Boosie, his daughter. She beefing with everybody. Brorilla beefing with everybody at this point. It's her against the world. And she got money now. So, child, let's move on from Brorilla. Be careful out here in these streets, child. Now, let's go get Michael Jackson in these Epstein files. Now, this is the worst part about Michael Jackson. First of all, shout out to everybody in the building. Let me read a couple of super chats before I move on. Diva Kika, thank you so much for the super chat, says the African women who mocked our ancestors last year for Mardi Gras being an Inno, they say she's on a t-shirt now. She is. Our ancestors don't play about us. Yes. The girl who last year And matter of fact, I got another girl I want to show y'all. But the girl last year who basically said that New Orleans, she was mocking New Orleans people, Americans, Black Americans, by saying we were slaves and picking cotton and all that stuff. She dead. Bless her family. Rest in peace, I guess. I don't know. But she did. I did see that. Thank you, all Diva. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for the super chat. Says also, there's a strong link between breast cancer and hysterectomies. Yes. Wombs support our bodies. It's not just for babies. We got to reconnect with healers. Thank you so much. Hey, it's Trey for saying that, because that is so important. I didn't even think about that. Our wounds are connected to all the other stuff, and it could be it probably is directly connected to the cancers we've been getting, because they taking them, they infecting them, all types of stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We definitely need to reconnect with the healers, with the people who can heal us outside of the hospital. Okay, it hasn't been as much of a place of safety lately. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for the super chat. Says Satan can't create, he imitates and perverts. In church, it's always symbolic, but evil people pervert it and do it literally. Yeah. And them pastors that they love so much be the ones leading them down the road. Do not follow man. Even when it comes to the character of Jesus, I've never subscribed to the character of Jesus. You know how people be like, oh, say bleed the blood of Jesus. I've never been a Jesus freak, because I've understood that we're following a man. I am in tune with Christ. There's a huge difference. I think the problem with Black America is they tricked us into loving and revering the man and not the essence of who the man or what the man represented, which was Christ, which is within all of us. So that's just my opinion. But how do you say your name? Sequala? Thank you so much for becoming a new member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kimberly 871, I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat. Says, don't nobody cut my hair but my mom, Voodoo. That's good. You know who else too? Remember we spoke about it on this channel? Allen Iverson. Do y'all know before every game, Allen Iverson mama used to braid his hair? Before every game. It was a ritual. I said on the channel, I believe that there's something that she's transporting through his head before these games to make Allen Iverson be the explosive player that he was. Because before every game, AI had his mama braid his hair. His mom, somebody in his family. He never went outside. It was always one of his mama or his family that braided his hair. And that boy would get on that court and do amazing things. Black American women, we don't understand the power we have in our hands. That's a whole other story. Black women who do hair. We don't understand the power that we hold even within our own hands. That's a whole other story. Thank you. How do you say Mimi 19? Thank you for being a member for 15 months. Thank you. Says most damage can be gradually trimmed, treated, revived. I've done it many times. Been told I have growing hands. Yes, I think the biggest misconception was we needed to cut our hair off to grow it back. And I just did that a couple of years ago to my own head. But I think that's a huge misconception that we need to cut our hair off to grow it back. I don't think that's the case. I think with the right treatment, doing it the right way, with healing hands, with being in tune, getting your chakras online, I think you can grow your own hair as long as you want to. And it's crazy because I used to do braids growing up in high school. I started doing braids, well, kind of after high school. Crazy work, right? Now let's get into Michael Jackson and this whole bit with the Epstein files, y'all. Get the likes up on the video, please. So it has come out recently that Michael Jackson has been absolved of all of the bad things we were told about him, even though the FBI has had to come out in the past and tell us and show us that they lied about Michael, saying all of the things that they said about him. Somehow, some way, the media kept the lie going and made a lot of people, or at least made what people think was a lot of people hate Michael Jackson. But the fact of the matter is the world never hated Michael Jackson. Never did. Even with the media turmoil and all of the stuff they put out there. Listen, they have never been able to take Michael Jackson from the people. Why? Because Michael Jackson was the type of star seed that came to this earth that no demon, devil, or man can even overpower. Like his light shines so bright in any and everything that he did. It's like Chris Brown. I know y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all might call this boy evil and everything, and maybe he is. I don't know him personally, but I'm telling you, when all of these weapons are formed against a person and they still prosper, that means you need to go back and reevaluate what you believe to be true. Pay attention. When all these weapons are put up against any person and they still continue to prosper, you need to go back and reevaluate what you believe to be true. Because the devil ain't going to bless him that much for that long. Even his blessings have that type of time limit on it. Okay? So I'm saying all that to say, again, I'm not talking about character. I'm not talking about these people personally. I'm just telling you to just take a step back. They did the same thing with Michael Jackson. Just like people just hate Chris Brown because they don't want to forgive him, even though Rihanna did. Just like people hate Chris Brown. There was people who did that with Michael, but all in all, collectively, they could not dim his light. But even then, the FBI had to come out and prove, or Michael had proven, that he was lied on and they made up all of this stuff to smear his name. But it was to no avail because the damage had already been done. Fast forward, here we are with the Epstein files, and like amongst other things, we find out that Michael Jackson actually was not the demon molesting children at Neverland. He was actually using Neverland to hide the children, to escape, or at least get the children to escape from these doggone people who was trafficking these kids underground. Now, we spoke yesterday, and I told y'all, there's an underground from the top of this continent to the bottom of this continent. You can get under the ground anywhere you at here in the world and come up in another part of it. Do you hear me? We've been doing this for ages and for doggone centuries. We ain't just started doing this. The powers that be know about it. So they've taken these underground tunnels and used them for trafficking. So what it sounds like, his Neverland Ranch being in California, it sounds like that ranch was actually in the perfect place to help kids and victims that they were used to be in traffic, allegedly, okay? But anyways, I'm employing y'all to say this. I'm only employing people to do this. Don't repeat what you believe to be true. Know it. Meaning, if I ask you why you hate Chris Brown and your rhetoric sounds exactly the same as the person next to you, you probably don't even truly know why you don't like this person. If you can't come up with a complete thought as to why you come up with your conclusion, it is not your thought. If your thought is copy and pasted from the person next to you, it is not your thought. We so caught up in the following tactics of the internet that we don't realize we sounding like bots. Everybody sound the same. Everybody look the same. Everybody acting the same because we all trying to be the same. Start having your own brains, come up with your own ideas and believe it and be able to stand on it through your own arguments, okay? Now let's get into this, what we heard about Michael Jackson. It says Tommy Mottola served as CEO of Sony, and Michael Jackson had held significant leverage through his ATV catalog ownership, which he owned half of Sony ATV Publishing for nearly 20 years. Jackson stated that Sony cheated artists, especially black ones, out of royalties, stole from them, and targeted him specifically because he refused to sell his publishing rights. This makes so much sense. Jackson has detailed the accounts of the label's revenge tactics after he threatened to leave as a free agent. It says Invincible's underwhelming promotion despite massive investments and Mottola's history of controlling artists like Mariah Carey post-divorce. Mottola appears hundreds of times in the unsealed Epstein documents with calendar reminders for Epstein to call him in 2013 and 2014, plus gift exchange and investment pitches from Mottola's team, confirming their close association in Epstein's elite network. Epstein himself had documented ties to Israeli intelligence figures like former Prime Minister Ehud Barak, including audio recordings and visits. Mottola converted to Judaism early in his career, then had Jackson in 1993 visit Israel, where he witnessed Palestinians suffering and began advocating for human rights. Preceding his anti-sabotage stance against Mottola/Sony, his controversial lyrics in They Don't Care About Us, and later references to the industry leeches, revealing the broader suppression of his voice and the interconnected power structure. Now, these are systems that we need to tear down, but they have been placed in a while. Let's get into Michael Jackson.
And Tommy Mottola is a devil.
Respect!
I'm not supposed to say what I'm going to say right now, but I have to let you in on a secret.
Say it.
Please don't videotape what I'm going to say, okay? Turn that off, please. No, what? I don't mind. Tape it.
Oh! Michael is getting gangster today! Yeah.
Mariah Carey, after divorcing Tommy, came to me crying. She was crying so bad I had to hold her. And she said to me that this is an evil man. And Michael, this man follows me, she said. He taps her phones. And he's very, very evil. And she doesn't trust him. And he is a horrible human being. And we have to continue our drive until he's terminated.
Oh! There you go!
We can't allow him to do this to great artistry. We just can't. I just want you to know I appreciate everything you've done. You've been amazing. You're so loyal, Diana. Everybody, Waldo, all the people here. I love you all. You've been amazing.
Thank you!
I love you. But still, I promise you, the best is yet to come.
Yes! Are we back? All right. Put it calm down.
Whoa!
That's the king of pop.
The king of pop.
Michael Jackson has spoken to all of you today.
3 cheers for the king of pop. Hip hip.
He wasn't even in America. Let me tell y'all something. He was already speaking a lot of truth. Michael Jackson, that is. I have a clip of his already. Regardless to what his exterior looked like, Michael Jackson was a nigga. Let's start there first. And he's always spoke the truth. Remember, he spoke about our history and how they stealing our music and our dances?
I'm really tired of the manipulation. I'm tired of how the press is manipulating everything that's been happening in this situation. They do not tell the truth. They're liars. And they manipulate our history books. The history books are not true. It's a lie. That's right, Michael. The history books are lying. You need to know that. You must know that. All the forms of popular music, from jazz to hip hop to bebop to soul, you talk about the different dances, from the cakewalk to the jitterbug to the Charleston.
He been waking us up, even with his Earth song, even with his performance at the Super Bowl. Remember when he lit up the whole audience with all the kids? What he was saying was they're attacking our children. He couldn't just come out and say it, but he put it in his artistry so that when we wake up later on, we'll get it. I thought he was weird for the Earth stuff, and I always thought he was weird for the kids stuff, but he wasn't. He just understood environmentally what they doing to us and what they are doing to our kids. He really did love people, like in real life. And Michael spent his career doing things for black people. When he got publishing and all that stuff, he gave cool black people back their publishing. He didn't sell it back to the clear one. Mick Jagger felt some type of way because he didn't sell him his stuff back, but he really came in like the Robin Hood. He robbed the rich and gave back to the poor people in the industry. I believe he was killed. I believe he was killed not because of the Epstein stuff. I think that too. But I think the biggest threat he had was that he was actually counterfeiting or he was countering what they were doing to us by doing for us, by making these type of announcements and stuff. But again, because of propaganda and media, this is why it's imperative in these days we continue to create our own thoughts and think for ourselves. Because of propaganda and media, they'll have you thinking he's a horrible person. Whole time he was doing the best thing he could with the time he had. And mind you, the FBI had already came out and said that he was innocent. So this is a video I saw because I know it's been viral all over the internet that they had found out that Neverland was not what we thought it was, or at least what they told us it was. They told us that Neverland was a place where Michael Jackson was in there molesting kids. Macaulay Culkin was over there. Remember all the videos? Put a 3 in the chat. I'll never forget it. It was all in the tabloids and the grocery stores. Wacko, Jacko. I will never forget it. They would find pictures of him without his makeup on it, his hair growing through his skin. So it'll be him all distraught. And now that I know what I know today, it probably wasn't even real. It probably was AI. Yes, in the 90s. Yes, I believe they was using AI in the 90s, but they used to have horrible pictures of him on the front pages of the cover, and he'll be looking like that, and the headline will say Wacko Jacko goes out to lunch or something like that. And then when you go, because I couldn't wait to get to the front of the grocery store to read that stuff. I'm weird like that. But when you go in there, you'll read it. First of all, it wasn't nothing that the headline said it was. However, it did allude or imply that he really was crazy and all jacked up because we all found out he a pedo. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's all witchcraft. We got played. And the Epstein files just corroborated what he said before he left here. Rest in peace to Michael Jackson, because he said this before he left. He said, I'm innocent of all of these charges. He said it. And I want to say one day, he said one day it'll come out. But here is that day. I hate that he ain't here to see it. But either way, God sit high and look low. All lies. The prophet Cat Williams came to the internet a couple of years ago and said all lies will be exposed. And ever since that day, that prophet left that channel, all lies have been exposed. Let's get into it, y'all.
You guys remember that Michael Jackson phone call where he's warning the person on the phone that they are getting ready to take his life and make it look like he overdosed on drugs? Thanks to the Epstein files, we know who the they really is.
I don't know if I should tell you this, but I don't know who may be listening. There may be a group of people that want to get rid of me. They don't want me here anymore.
I don't understand. What do you mean? Talk to me.
I didn't talk about it over the phone. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just feel in my soul, only God knows, they could shoot me. They could stab me. They could frame me and say I overdosed you with drugs. They can do a lot of things.
Who could do this?
It's not the government. It's more than the government. But I don't know, Tika. I don't care. They can kill me. I don't even care my life anymore. I just want my children to be okay. My name is Joce. I want them to be safe.
Michael.
He said they are more than just the government. It's bigger than that. The Epstein files have proven that the Illuminati is not just some conspiracy fairy tale. It's real. And he has all of the bloodlines categorized in his files, labeled Illuminati families. Now, when Michael Jackson says it's bigger than just the government, it's because it is. The names in these files indicate politicians, presidents, kings and queens, people in business, people in the entertainment industry, millionaires, billionaires. But who specifically was Michael Jackson referencing? Who was responsible for this? I'm going to let you guys know what I found, and I'm going to go into more depth with my inner circle. If you want to join the conversation, head over to my Patreon.
Listen, this brother said it best. When Mike said it's bigger than the government, that means it's all encompassing. It's everywhere. Like the Freemasons, no shade, they everywhere. Like the Divine Nine, no shade, they everywhere. You can't say it's just this entity because they exist in all of these systems and entities. The Illuminati that he was talking about that was after him are the people, or at least the entities that's really pulling the strings behind the scenes. And the fact that he knew they was going to take him out, it made me wonder. I know Malcolm X was like that toward the end of his life. He was like, at this point, I already know it's coming. Fuck it. You feel what I'm saying? Martin Luther King, his name is Michael too. But Martin Luther King was also like that the same too. The night before he died, he did a whole speech basically saying, I ain't scared. He said, I done been to the mountaintop and I done seen what I done seen. Basically, Martin, because his name is Michael, but Martin said the night before, basically, look, come get me shit, nigga. At this point, I done said what I said, did what I did. Y'all come and get me, come get me. I'm saying all that to say, it seems like that's, if this is real, but that's where he was in his life toward the end. And let me tell y'all something. He was doing something against a system where the majority of the people were okay with. Even people who look like him, even people who were of his cut or his caliber, his peers. These people, that's why it was probably hard for him, because he got to not only deal with the powers that be or were, he also got to deal with the people around him who work up under them, who just trying to get their shot. It's just odd. Cat Williams said all lies will be exposed. And ever since that man left Shannon Sharp's podcast, when I tell you all type of exposure has been happening back. This is the universe, the ancestors, and the Most High repairing situations. And it is for us to take in this knowledge and not just know it, but apply it. And a lot of y'all might feel like, well, what does it matter to know that Michael Jackson was framed? Now take that knowledge. If you know they did that to Michael Jackson, who else did they do it to? How did they do it to you? Because everything is systematic. If they do it at the top, shit rolls downhill. That means they do it at the bottom too. So what did they lie on you about? To take from you. You see what I'm saying? To assassinate you. And I don't mean physically. I mean your soul, your consciousness, your heart. Because Black America, I ain't gonna hold you. We kind of heartless in the culture today. We lost love for each other the way we used to have it. We getting it back, but I'm being real. We have a heart so hardened for each other. It's scary to me sometimes. And I'm a Pisces, so you know I'm a very mushy girl. It's scary to me sometimes. So we gonna get it back, but you know, everything happened for a reason. Them people take everything from us. Like I say, they don't have a reparations check that's big enough that they could pay us. They just don't. They do not have a reparations check that's big enough to pay for us. Now let's get into some Tether news. Tether news, not my lover. Tether news, tell a brother. Oh, Tether news on your mother. Tether news, you're not my brother. So in Tether news, this Tether was pissed off at us, honey. This Tether came on here from, they say, some part of Africa, Liberia, Sierra Leone, bitch, somewhere where we don't be at. And she got on here and said that she hate Black Americans and she want us dead. That's what she said. She said she hope we all just die. That's what she said. And I said, well, damn, what we did to you, bitch? We said nothing about you. And I hear it is, you want our head off our shoulders. And then it dawned on me, oh, Fat, that's that jealousy. Oh, speaking of jealousy, This the girl I was telling y'all about from New Orleans. I'm sorry. Who was making fun. No, that's not it. I thought that was a video. I thought that was the video of the girl who was making fun of the people in New Orleans. But let's get into the girl who was saying that basically we should all die. That's what she said. She an African though, and this don't mean that this is to every African at all, by no means. But we talking about the tethers that y'all send over here, and we got to deal with. Okay, let's get into it. And then she sound like us, and it's a crazy world. You know, don't let these people get y'all upset. Just hear it and then move on. You know what I mean? Let's get into it. Oh no, let me get to the first one. This is the video. I'm sorry. This is the video she recently put out. Then we're gonna get into some old footage of her jocking FBA, because you know that's what the people do. They jock us.
Except the foundational Black Americans, I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. Let's die. Ooh. If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest, you know what time it is. We're gonna have a party. We're gonna blow up the spot. More like me. I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month. I'm even feeling generous towards the biracials. I feel like they've been good recently. They can have that third week maybe.
Hi. Hello there. Good morning. I just want to remind you.
So y'all heard her. Let me rewind us for those who didn't hear it in the bike, so that we'll know exactly what it is and how she feels about us. And again, don't let this get you all riled up. I mean, she's a tether. Yeah, hold on.
Happy Black History Month to everyone except the foundational Black Americans. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. Let's die. Ooh. If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest, you know what time it is. We're gonna have a party. We're gonna blow up the spot. More like me. I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month. I'm even feeling generous towards the biracials. I feel like they've been good recently. They can have that third week maybe.
Hi. Hello there.
So this is what I want to know. How can you have Black History Month without the people who the Black history is about? Because Black History Month ain't about no Hispanic Blacks. Black History Month ain't about no African Blacks. Black History Month ain't about no other Black people except Black Americans. So how can she say happy Black History Month to everybody except the Black Americans? It's just, jealousy and envy and hate. I mean, look at her. She looks like Carl Winslow, for God's sakes. I would be upset too. I don't have no swag. All I got is melanin. I can't cook like them, eat like them, talk like them, look like them, act like them, but I do have melanin and nappy hair. You see what I'm saying? I would be mad too. Don't let these people get up under your skin. But I did find this old video, or somebody else found it and I reposted it on Twitter. And this is how she was talking in the past. This is why you got to watch some of these tethers now. And when I'm talking about this, I'm not saying everybody, not all foreigners. I'm talking about people who have the mindset like her. So,
foundational Black Americans, I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. That video was made in poor taste, but I do have notes. Hi, my name is Sandy. It is 12:33 a.m. p.m. Jesus Christ. And here are my thought loops. I have a whole little...
this is not what I thought it was. And plus, it's too low. I'm sorry, y'all. But we can go back to the other video, because this, I don't know what this is. What's she about
dissertation
to say?
Here about how I have come to understand that FBAs aren't the problem. Y'all just have bad PR, like really bad PR. And this is due to a lack of education and who's front running your PR. I would just like to start this off with, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm actually trying to open the road to like conversation. I have 2 pages worth of notes. I'm not trying to sit here and go back and forth with y'all in a way that's not productive, because I've already rage baited. I got a stain on my shirt. No. Damn it, your ancestors won. They won this round. But I have...
Why are they so obsessed with us? Africa has 50, how many countries? Why they don't get online and try to connect with other African people and their ancestors? I know why they obsessed with us, Black America, because they know who we are. They know exactly who we are. Everybody comes here obsessed with us, even if they don't realize it. Every single one of them, they either competing with us or they obsessed with us or both. Like, you come to America to try to understand us and our PR. What is the African PR? I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any African PR at all. We don't need no PR for Black America. We don't need none of that with these struggle locks. Get off of here, girl. Back to the other one. I thought she was the same girl. Back to this one.
Agreement to everyone except the foundational Black Americans. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. Let's die. Ooh. If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest, you know what time it is. We're gonna have a party. We're gonna blow up the spot. More like me. I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month. I'm even feeling generous towards the biracials. I feel like they've been good recently. They can have that third week maybe.
What do you mean they can have? Bitch, Black History Month ain't got nothing to do with your man looking ass. You know, I had a supervisor looked like her, but she was uglier than her. Way ugly. I hope she on the stream too, bitch. You nappy head, raggedy hoe. Said what I said. But I had a supervisor who looked like her. That bitch got divorced recently too. And she shaped bad. She ain't got no booty. And she just ugly. Anyways. Girl, shut your ugly ass up, bitch. You can't give nobody nothing. No, nothing belong to you around here. Or I'll give the biracials. You can't give nobody shit. These people, be careful, Black America. They come in to take over our stuff. They always using and weing. How the hell you gonna come to America and take over Black America or Black Americans' history and then tell us we can't have it and you gonna get a biracial? Look at her. Just take a look at her. I would hate us too if I look like her, and I'm pretty sure her mama looked the way I feel like she look in my head. She don't have nothing to look forward to, no culture, no language, just dark skin, just walking around, just stupid looking. Get your ugly ass off of here, Sherman Clump. We don't want to hear that ugly ass shit. Don't let this shit get to y'all. Girl, moving on. I want to show y'all Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Claude Anderson spoke to us about, here you go. He talked about immigration and how it is going to affect. No, that's not it. Speaking of, let's let Donald Trump tell y'all who built the world, who built America. And I know I don't give a damn, but I know some people like to hear from the clear's mouth. So let's get into Trump right quick.
African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger than you were given credit for. Does that make sense? Right? But through generations of blood, sweat, and tears, and you deserve a government that defends your interests, protects your families, and cares for our own citizens first. My administration is fighting with everyone and all our heart to reverse the pain inflicted by Democrat leaders and to deliver hope and opportunity and prosperity for all Americans, but for African American communities all throughout our land.
There it is. So Trump even said it for those who needed confirmation from the clears. Trump even said, we built the country, okay? Where's the here you go. This is the video of Dr. Claude Anderson. And like I said, I'm just finding him a couple of years ago, not long. But he spoke about, a lot of the things he spoke about in the 90s are coming true today. And he spoke about immigration, y'all. Let me say this. Y'all don't understand why I don't like Martin Luther King. Let me show y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. I want y'all to really, truly, truly, truly understand this. Where that video at? Matter of fact, I could just show it like to y'all like this. This is what y'all don't see, and some of y'all can see it, but I'm telling you what I see. We have been told that Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement was good for us. That is not true. The reason we know that is we're looking around today and we're realizing that a lot of the things that happened during the civil rights movement are in direct violation of what it is we're trying to do and build today. For instance, immigration. Martin Luther King sat down with the government and pushed for immigration and the floodgates to open in the manner in which it did. What I'm telling Black America is during this time, Black Americans were losing lands hand over fist, because when they were taking our land, they were giving it to who? The immigrants. Michael will go on to talk about this when he did his speech, when he said that they gave him land grant colleges. Remember? Listen, when Martin Luther King signed the immigration bill, that was one of the worst things that happened to the collective of Black America. The civil rights movement and Martin Luther King is not and are not who and what you think it is and was. It is obviously or actually quite the opposite. This is why the enemy gives us this man and this movement to celebrate over and over and over, because all we're doing is coming together annually in agreement that the things they did to us in the 60s, we're okay with. Immigration being one of them. When Michael/Martin Luther King signed whatever he signed to open that floodgates for those immigrants, that was one of the worst things that could have ever happened to Black America. And now we're seeing where it led us, okay? I'm not telling you to love Martin. I'm not telling you to hate him. I'm just giving you the real tea, okay? Now, fast forward, Dr. Claude Anderson in 1994 is talking about the influx of immigration and how it is going to affect Black America specifically. Check it out.
But so the biggest thing, one of the biggest things that are going to drive us in this underclass structure will be conservatism. The second thing is that you're going to have an unending influx of immigrants into the country. And that's what Dr. Price is talking about. And nobody, no Black politician, no Black organization wants to deal with that issue. They will avoid it at all costs, even though in their hearts they know that's one of the biggest problems for Black folk. We anticipate in the next 10 to 12 years approximately 8 to 6 million Hispanics coming into the United States and 41 million Asians. You have been the majority minority for 400 years in this country. You have been the number 2 population for 400 years. You're going to get kicked out of being number 2. You're going to go down and become number 4. Now, common sense, even a third grade education would tell you, if you didn't get anything when you were number 2,
we cannot make significant progress on racial equity. This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
Lies.
In terms of raw numbers. We're going to have to be working with a whole...
Now pay attention to what Biden is saying. Biden said this when he was becoming, I think in between him becoming president. Biden basically confirmed everything Dr. Claude Anderson said. He said that they're going to flood America with immigrants, Hispanic immigrants and African immigrants. He even gave us the number of immigrants and how it is going to affect us. Now, fast forward in the 2000s, 220s, or whatever you call it, Joe Biden was literally on a press conference, or at least a FaceTime call, telling Black America, hey, by this time or by 2040, the majority will be, he didn't say majority, he said the minority will be white, but that was inevitable because they were never meant to sustain long periods of time. Clear people, they just wasn't. But what he did say was we'll have to start working with the Hispanics. That's because by the time we got to the 2000s era, they had been flooding the gates with immigrants like crazy. Oh, and by the way, Michael, aka Martin Luther the King, he is an immigrant as well. You see, Martin Luther the King is of Irish descent. He is not a Black American. Please do your research. So when I saw he opened the floodgates for immigration, me knowing the brain that I have today, you know what that tells me? It was purposely done because all immigrants look out for immigrants. You get it? So Dr. Claude Anderson predicted it. And then fast forward, look at Joe Biden telling us how it was going to go 4 years ago.
We cannot make significant progress on racial equity. This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do in terms of raw numbers. We're going to have to be working with a whole group of people that, in fact, are the single most diverse democracy in American history and anywhere in the world.
By the way, what you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things.
There are no more conspiracy theories. Like, you got to be a new age fool to still be running around saying that anything in today's society is a conspiracy theory. Immigration has been one of the worst things that has happened to Black America. It has taken from our resources, from our lands, from our neighborhoods, from our children. It has literally taken food out of our mouths. I need y'all to really understand how we have been affected by immigration. I believe that this was the setup since the beginning. Since Martin Luther the King got on that mountaintop and told y'all he had a dream, the dream was America, or at least Black America's nightmare. But we could not see it because all we could see was dark skin. The old folks said, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. We need to upgrade that title to say, hell, some kinfolk ain't kinfolk. And even with Martin, knowing his genealogy and he is not a Black American, it would make sense why he would want to rush a bill through, or at least be okay with the bill going through, about immigration. We've been played. Everything we know is a lie. Everything we have been taught is probably a little slight bit of truth, but wrapped in a crap ton of lies. Black America, do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. These people are not who you thought they were, and they will never be who you think they are. I don't know, y'all. We waking up though. That's all that matter. We waking up and we getting it together. Ancestors are showing y'all all type of signs. Y'all getting number signs and all of that stuff. I know I've been getting signs, numerology. I've been getting all type of number confirmations on license plates. I've been getting number confirmations on the clock. Number confirmations everywhere I turn around. I've been getting all kind of confirmations and signs that I'm not walking this road alone. And I'm pretty positive if any of y'all tapped in, y'all been getting the signs too. Y'all literally been getting the signs too. So with that being said, though, we got to make sure we take heed of whatever signs we getting, and we learn lessons from whatever it is they're trying to show us. I be getting it from music too. Bobby Rodriguez, thank you for the super chat, says, hey boo, at work, pray for me. Anxiety is getting the best of me, missing my mom. I wish I can talk to her. I know she passed a time ago, but that's where I am right now. But I just wanted to share love and show you support and learn from you. Aww. Thank you, Bobby. I'm so sorry you missing your mom. Listen, your mama ain't left you though. You got to know it. Your mama ain't never left you. In spirit, and your other ancestors have always been there. So please just know it. They understand energy and they know it. If y'all tap in, and I hope you do, Miss Bobby, as well. If you tap in, you might be able to, you know what I'm saying, get a little more peace with that situation. But I hate that that's going on for you. And thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you again. Oh, also for making it rain. I just hate that you're not feeling well, but this too shall pass. Thank you for making it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. Thank you, Miss Bobby. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all like the video if you haven't already, because I'm about to jump up off of here. I still got to figure out Love and Hip Hop, I think Love and Hip Hop came on. I got to figure that out, and I think I might come live later on. But if not, y'all know I will be doing the morning Joce tomorrow. It will be around 10 a.m.-ish Eastern time, and that's because I got a flight to catch tomorrow to go to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. So I won't be live this weekend as much as I probably would have, or Monday or Tuesday, because I will be in the city. Nola Girl for Life, thank you for the super chat. Says, "Boo, my third great grandmother on our family tree from Ireland. Does that mean makes me a sixth war immigrant?" No, listen. Y'all gonna find, we gonna have, listen, Black America, when we do our genealogy, some of us are going to find European bloodline, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you are a European, because one person cannot shed a whole bloodline. Having one Irish grandmother don't make you Irish. But I will say this, Martin Luther King didn't have one Irish grandparent. That nigga daddy was Irish. His daddy was Irish before him, and his daddy was Irish before him. That Mike nigga was Irish. You get it? But in our case, in Black America, see, this is where we get messed up a lot too with the ethnogenesis conversation that doesn't exist. People will say, oh, we're a melting pot and we all mixed up. We're not all mixed up. Some of us have few things that are in us, but not enough to taint the bloodline. One person in a whole bloodline is not going to change who you are. So Nola girl, you are not a sixth war immigrant. My girl says she a sixth war immigrant. You good, fat. You ain't no sixth war immigrant, but you got a little immigrant blood in you. That's all. You'll be all right, fat. It takes 3 generations to create a new generation. So if you had one immigrant grandmother, and I'm pretty positive she had kids, and then they had kids, and then by the time it got to you, you back nigga. You good. You back mostly nigga. Don't worry about it. I promise you. That's not how science works. But with that being said, y'all, I'm about to get up off of here, y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Be careful. Be safe. Get outside and get some sun. Ground. And also, when it comes to me, well, I'm going to say it to everybody. Never pay it back. Always pay it forward. Love y'all. See y'all later. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, Blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.